There are queer folk in after school clubs who can relate to stories of activists fighting in 1969. We're in 2025, and there are queer folk fearing homelessness, a 14 years old saying that they are prepared to fight for their basic human rights. And as I listen cautiously, I am crushed by the weight of their bravery. I am crushed by the sinking reality that this is where we are. A generation of rebellion. We refuse to sigh in mourning, 'cause our voices won't be silenced. You can take this as a warning, 'cause we'll walk in the footsteps of a Marsha P. If legislation won't protect us, you'll find us on the streets, saying this is where I stand, how I look, who I am, and I refuse to let you take that from me. There are queer folk in after school clubs forced to learn the legislation of what words they're allowed to speak, whilst they tell us we are free, and they control the way we dress, we talk, the language we use to describe ourselves, while far right share bigotry. Still they think that we are freaks, but there's a stir under the surface, a conversation and a purpose, a defiance to the status quo, a mask that's beginning to crack. Just like activists in 69, we won't be told that things are fine when we know our liberty's under attack, and we know that it is time that we fight back. 'Cause we'll fight for our freedoms like they did at Stonewall. Our defiance is an impending riot call, saying this is where I stand, how I look, who I am, and I refuse to let you make me feel small. Freedom, freedom to only do what you're taught, freedom to be criticized within earshot, freedom to pretend to be something that you're not. They call it freedom. Freedom to be forced into the wrong bathroom, freedom to have to wear a social costume, freedom for who I am to be assumed. Fighting in 1969, we're in 2025.